Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to do topic 42 of paper 2, and here we will be discussing traditional knowledge, TRIPS agreement and plant biosecurity. So first of all, what is this traditional knowledge? Traditional knowledge, it is also known as indigenous knowledge. Indigenous knowledge refers to knowledge, innovation and practices of indigenous people and local communities. Refers to knowledge, innovation and practices of indigenous people or local communities. Now, why we need sui generis protection of India? I have discussed about sui generis protection in the last lecture. You must say it. Sui generis protection of indigenous or traditional knowledge. So why we need protection of this knowledge? Because it is knowledge gained through traditional from ancestors. It is knowledge gained through tradition from ancestors about plants, animals, agricultural practices and others. Such knowledge has been protected, and this knowledge has been protected under IPR, that is under sui generis protection. In IPR, these are rights which are known or being sui generis to owners of a small class of works. Suppose these are those rights that are known, sui generis rights are those rights that are known by some community, some small class of workers. So these are protected there. Traditional knowledge is based on teaching and experiences. It is based on teachings and experiences. That is orally passed from generation to generation. Orally passed from generation to generation to some persons only. This is known by some community. Suppose this traditional knowledge is known to some tribal community, then the people of that tribal community will only know that knowledge, because these are passed orally through festivals, through songs, etc. to that generation of that tribal community. Let me repeat. Some forms of traditional knowledge are expressed through songs, folks, rituals, festivals, etc. So you must be imagine what is the difference between local knowledge and traditional knowledge. Local knowledge may be known to us from decades, but traditional knowledge is known to us from millennia. From millions of years we are knowing, from thousands of years we know the traditional knowledge of that time, because they are passed from generation to generation. That is why they need to protect it. Suppose some next generation doesn't know about that traditional knowledge, then that knowledge will be extinct. That knowledge will be not known to anybody. That is why they need to be protected. It is collectively owned by people or native of ecosystem or region. Collectively owned by people of a particular ecosystem. People of a ecosystem or people of a particular place or community, etc. or region, people of a particular region. This incorporates traditional knowledge of ecosystem and code of ethics governing appropriate use of this. Traditional knowledge contains code of ethics because they use appropriate use of environment. They do not put so much pressure on environment that environmental pollution or degradation is there. Their knowledge is in such that way that do not harm environment. That is why traditional knowledge is very important in almost every sphere of life. So that is why protection is needed through that traditional knowledge. They also conserve through this traditional knowledge. They conserve plant genetic resources. You have heard about Sarna, or let it be some traditional tribes used to protect some plants and worship those plants. So that is how they help in protection of plant genetic resources. So these are the reasons why we need to protect traditional knowledge. Now moving on, TRIPS agreement. TRIPS agreement. So what is full from it? Trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. So what TRIPS full from is trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. I have discussed intellectual property rights in detail in previous lecture. You must see it. So TRIPS come into force in 1995 as a part of agreement that established WTO. So establishment of WTO led to the establishment of TRIPS. And TRIPS establishes minimum standard of ability. It establishes minimum standard of availability, scope and use of 7 forms of intellectual property. Namely, what are these 7 forms? These are trademarks, copyrights, GI, patents, trade secrets, layout design, etc. So minimum standards for these things. It applies basic international trade principle regarding intellectual property to member state. It applies basic trade principles related to IPR to its member states. Let me write it. And it is applicable to all WTO members. All WTO members has to follow this. Applicable to all WTO members. It lays down permissible exceptions and limitations for balancing interest. It has some permissible exceptions and limitations for balancing interest related to intellectual property. With interests of public health and economic development. In interest of public health and economic development. So there are some exceptions so that this intellectual property can be produced in regions of public health and economic development. It is the most comprehensive agreement of intellectual property and has major role in enabling trade in creativity and knowledge. It also helps in resolving disputes related to IPR. It is very important for intellectual property. It frames intellectual property in terms of innovation, technology transfer and public welfare. it has TRIPS Council to monitor and administer its agreement. For monitoring and administrating its agreement, it was negotiated in Uruguay round. Negotiated in Uruguay round of GATT, that is General Agreement on Tariffs and Trades. You all have heard about this as you are UPSC aspirants. GATT, that was held in 1986 to 1994, which led to the formation of TRIPS and which led to the formation of WTO, which led to the formation of TRIPS also. It is also described as Bern and Paris Plus Agreement. It is also described as Bern and Paris Plus Agreement. So this was all about TRIPS agreement. Hope you all understand this. Now moving on, what is plant biosecurity? Moving on to next topic, that is plant biosecurity. So this is a strategic and integrated approach that encompasses the policy and regulatory framework. It encompasses policy and regulatory framework for analyzing and managing relevant risks to plant life and health, and also to environment. So what is plant biosecurity? That is strategic and integrated approach to policy that encompasses policy and regulatory framework to analyze and manage relevant risk of plant life and health and environment. That is what securing plant biosecurity, security to plants from risks. So it covers food safety and food grain safety, food grain safety. It covers zoonosis, introduction of plant disease and pest. It covers plant diseases and pests, release of LMOs, that is modified organisms, and management and introduction of invasive alien species, protection from invasive alien species. So it covers these 5 things. Now what is this integrated biosecurity approach? As in the definition I have told you that integrated biosecurity approach. So what is this? Integrated biosecurity approach. This is biosecurity. So this is public opinion, and it consists of public opinion and representation, imports and export industry, farmers and other primary producers in agriculture, agriculture. It also consists of NGO, special interest groups, media, etc. It also consists of scientific research institute and universities, research institutes or universities such as agricultural university, other government activities such as trade, custom, tourism, etc. Trade, tourism, etc. It also looks into component authorities for agriculture, some authorities which are related to agriculture, forestry, and other safety, etc. So these are the integrated biosecurity approach, and through this, the participation of all stakeholders, we can have this integrated biosecurity approach. Now, what are the regulatory organizations in India? What are these regulatory organizations? First of all, in India we have Agricultural Biosecurity Authority of India. So this is in India, and at world basis there are also many organizations such as WTO, FAO, that is World Trade Organization, Food and Agriculture Organization, Convention on Biological Diversity, IPPC, etc. So these are world organizations. So that is all for today. I hope you understand what plant biosecurity is. For any queries, do comment. If you like it, please press the like button. Do share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.